there's not a lot to do here other than, we're not building montages, footages, and everything. We're just getting what we have, and we're changing this into some sort of format that we can actually use. So, on page 170, this is chapter 1, lesson 7, exporting a movie. We're going to export this movie to the web first, so make sure you have your Earth Day project open. And very, very important, you have to have the sequence panel selected. The yellow outline needs to be around the sequence. Okay? It really does not matter where the CTI is at this point. It does really not matter. But the yellow outline needs to be around sequence 1. And then you're going to go to File, Export, and then you're going to choose Media. So File, Export, Media. And this is a command that is used so much that you have the shortcut key Control M. So remember the shortcut key, Control M. Anyways, okay, so we get into this export settings, and this is where you get to decide what kind of footage you want to export this project into, okay? So they're telling you to use FLV, Flash Video, F4V. So let me see here. We're gonna, on the format, we're gonna choose the FLV, F4V is all the way towards the second half, the bottom half there. FLV, F4V. And we're going to match the preset match source attribute medium quality. So look how this is crazy. There's all kinds of ways you can export these. Ratios, 4:3 letterhead size or widescreen, and then different pixel size, resolutions, and then frame rate and the quality of audio, 300, 500, and 900. Which one to pick? You don't know. Okay? It's trial and error at times, but they're telling us to go with match source attributes, medium quality. Not high, medium. Another thing you're going to notice is that you get this output name here. And by default, it's going to try to grab your sequence name. So in this case, it's sequence 1. It's going to put sequence 1 somewhere, and the file type is going to change to whatever format you're choosing. And in this case here, it's going to be a F4V file. So the actual file is going to be called sequence01 F4V. It's also important for you guys to pay attention of where this file is being saved. And in this case, it's saved to my S drive under my Premiere folder, Earth Day folder, under in the file name sequence 01. If you want to change that, you can click on this, and you're going to get a Save As dialog box. You can change the name. You can change the location in which you're going to save this to. I'll just leave it inside of Earth Day because everything is Earth Day in here. Okay? So click on Save here. And then on the bottom, you click on Export. Okay, so it throws you back into Premiere. And save your project. Control S. Save this, and then now that is not playable at this point. If I go back to my Windows Explorer and I go take a look at my footage, and my footage is under Premiere, Earth Day, my sequence number 1, I double click on it. Let's see what happens here. It's trying to open the Adobe Air, so sure, let's just let it do whatever it wants. It's trying to opening the media player, and it plays. Okay, so I have that there, and but this is coming with Adobe Media Player, which, I'm not sure that. Let's see. Would you like to launch? No. All right. So this is an MPEG-4 video for Flash Player. Okay, that's there. What did you come up with? Did it play? I'm going to move on. Alright. So on page 171, you're going to export the movie for playback on a computer because the Adobe Flash Player is usually used on web browsers. Okay? So in this case here, we're going to go to File. Make sure Sequence is selected. Go to File. Export again. Media. I'm going to change now the format Format's going to be MPEG-2, so we're gonna format instead of FLV. This is going to be MPEG-2. But that's the bottom one, not the one with MXF. All right. So, anyways, we're changing this to MPEG-2. Okay, is the one on the bottom between MPEG-4 and MPEG-2 DVD. And then on the preset that we're going to use is going to be NTSC DV, digital video, high quality. That's the first one. The output name, we're going to change this. Instead of sequence number 1, we're going to change that now to Earth Day, your name. No project, no nothing. And then you're going to click on Save. And remember, if you're landing and you run out of space on the S drive, you're pointing at this point to the desktop. Okay? Click on Save. You confirm the change of the file name. It's going to be Earth Day Angelo Sun MPEG or your name, whatever your name is. And then you're going to click on Queue. The difference between exporting and queuing is that this is going to actually wait and to process together with other files. So let's click on Queue. The exporting doesn't happen right away. The media encoder comes up and it's going to show you the file in queue over here waiting. And there's a timeout here. It says here it's going to start in 2 minutes. Okay, so we have 2 minutes to add more files to the queue and click on Start Queue. Otherwise, in 2 minutes, it's going to start itself automatically. Or you can just click on Start Queue to run it right away. So we're going to click on Start Queue. Boom. And this is Adobe Media Encoder doing it for you. It gives you a preview of the process. It's going very fast because our video is all still images. There's no processing. The quality is not that high. So it goes fast. When you start working with high definition projects, then it gets much slower. And that's it for chapter 1. We are done.